Hello, everybody. Welcome to Brett Davis Unleashed. I'm on IQ Podcast in beautiful Coronado, California, at Attorney King Studios. What a wonderful day it is, of course. My guest today is a couple people I'm going to have on the show. Jennifer Perez, who wrote the letter for Ivy Morga. How are you doing, ladies?
Good, great.
Good? Yes, there she is. You're so shy. You're hiding. So we got this wonderful letter for Ivy and all the wonderful things that she does. And so Ivy, how long have you been a nurse now?
Oh my goodness. Come to think of it, I've been a nurse for like 25 years.
Wow. And what's the best thing about being a nurse?
The best thing about being a nurse is working with my bestie, like Jennifer. No, actually, it's like dealing with like people. Actually, you're dealing with more like with not just clerical job, but you're mostly like what I said, dealing with patients and taking care of them.
Uh-huh.
How old is she?
Now, you know, when I first, if I didn't know you, I wouldn't know you, of course. But I mean, you, Ivy, how old are you, Ivy?
Oh shoot. I'm gonna be 49 next month, and I'm gonna be in my golden years next year.
50 years, huh? Nobody's gonna believe you. You know that, right?
I wish.
You look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
So you also you have family that have become involved with medical. You want to share some of that?
Yes, sure. Actually, my daughter is also an RN. She's actually works at Sharp Chula Vista. She's also a frontliner, so she works in the emergency department.
Anybody else?
Well, actually, my future son-in-law, technically, he's also works as an RN. He's actually works at Sharp Memorial at cardiac telemetry floor.
And of course, Jennifer.
Hi.
Now, you've been a nurse for how many years?
11 years.
Wow. Has it seemed like 11 years?
No, actually, it hasn't.
So what was the one thing about being a nurse that you were attracted to?
The ability to truly help patients and their families. I feel that, you know, ever since I was, you know, much younger, I've always had that passion to be somebody to help make a difference. And so, yes, nursing was definitely my calling.
Listen, right now you're doing something different than you were before. Why don't you explain to the audience?
Sure. So I had worked on telemetry stroke at Kaiser along with my wonderful charge nurse, Ivy. And I decided to take a different position and as an outpatient telemedicine triage nurse. And we are actually on the other side. I mean, I guess technically we're not the front line, but we are on the side where we're now trying to make sure that the patients receive the most safest and appropriate care. So based on symptoms, we're able to either direct them to emergent care or we're able to keep them home out of harm's way by giving them sound and safe advice via telephone. So we are now going into the telemedicine field of nursing. And it's really exciting, and it's definitely complex in its own way. It's definitely challenging in its own way. You have to be able to, you know, assess a patient over the phone, and, you know, you have no eyes. All you have are your ears, and you can't physically see a person from head to toe. So you have to really think critically. So it is very imperative. This being a telemedicine nurse is very challenging but rewarding.
So how long have you been doing the telemedicine now?
I actually just started in March, and that's when I left Kaiser Zion and branched off, and I'm loving it. It's been great.
So you're not with Kaiser anymore?
Yes, I am. I am still with Kaiser, but I am a Kaiser Permanente on-call nurse. So I do telemedicine triage. People call in 24 hours a day with their concerns, and we are able to triage them and direct them to the appropriate level of care.
Starting in January, did you have any idea that you were headed this way?
Absolutely not.
How interesting. So this COVID-19 has really flipped everything to a different direction.
Oh, absolutely. So many things have changed. But, all the nurses are super important no matter where they're working. Everyone is working as a team.
Yeah. All
Ivy,
of
how
us.
much has COVID-19 changed what you're doing?
Okay. Oh my goodness. As far as on my end, oh my God, I was telling like my friends and like my family, my spouse and my husband. Sometimes it's like as far as my 25 years in nursing, this is the first time that I cried the most. Aside from the fact that they're saying like the lack of PPE, well, I'm grateful that Kaiser actually provide us with the PPEs that we needed, but just dealing with this pandemic that's going on right now, dealing with the patients, especially patients who's actually were positive and actually at the verge of at the end of their life, just dealing with like with their family going through like just doing the FaceTiming with them, going through last moment of their family's life, being with them like the last moment is the hardest part of being a nurse. And then sometimes it's taking a toll on me. Every time I come to work, I always cried, and my husband knows that. And then I know it's kind of hard, but like what Jennifer said, like nursing, being a nurse is kind of like it's fulfilling, but at the same time, it's kind of hard. But I guess like with what's going on, I guess all of us should be recognized. All of us should be actually like it's kind of very like kind of uplifting that like at least like Jennifer is doing this for me right now. But like what I said, it's like it's really really hard. It's just taking a toll on me. Just dealing with seeing all the things that I've been seeing right now,
Mhm.
and dealing with those patients that actually on the verge of like you know that not knowing if they're gonna survive, if they're gonna pull through. But like what I said, it's just what it is. This is like actually part of my job, and even though it's hard, it's just we have to go through with it, unfortunately.
We appreciate everything that both of you are doing. First of all, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Ivy, so this
Thank
letter is
you.
wonderful. And Jen, would you go ahead and read the letter for us?
Sure, it's my pleasure. I would like to nominate Ivy Christine Morga as a Nurse of the Month nominee for IQ Podcasts. This is just a small way to honor a nurse who exemplifies the true meaning of what her job entails, above and beyond the call of duty. Ivy Morga is an incredible nurse who has compassion and integrity with everything she does. She is an extremely helpful and selfless colleague who will go out of her way to help her fellow nurses and coworkers with even the most difficult tasks. She has the natural ability to know when others need assistance and has always shown dedication and consistently exhibits her strong team leading abilities. She's exceptionally dedicated to her work, and it shows through how attentive and caring and compassionate she is. The COVID-19 pandemic has definitely shook the world, but exemplary nurses, sorry, I'm getting emotional, like I are thankfully here and staying as ever. Her compassion and team leadership skills are incomparable. And I truly mean that. I mean, from day one, when I met her, nothing is beyond her. She has been the best charge nurse I've ever worked with. She will do anything. It's not just about clerical work or charge nurse work. She will go in and help you move a patient, get a patient comfortable. She'll go in and help with medicating your patient when that patient's in pain and you haven't used the restroom all day. I mean, she goes above and beyond. I don't think I've ever met a nurse that's willing to actually jump in and help you at any moment without even asking. I mean, she just knows what she needs to do to support her nurses. And that really, I mean, I can't even explain. That's like a true heart of gold. It really, is inspiring to me. And I've always told her that, nurses such as I, with maybe not as much experience, look up to nurses such as herself. And it definitely sets a higher goal. And I truly appreciate everything that she's done, not only as a team leader, but as a nurse and as well as a friend. Watching her ethics and her leadership skills and her compassion and empathy for people have really, really impressed me. And it's just hard to explain. I mean, I can go on for days about her. She's just been an amazing person overall.
Thank you so much, Jen, for writing the letter, and very well written, of course. Ivy, any words of advice for any nurses that are, or future nurses that are looking about going into the career of being a nurse?
It's kind of make me kind of like feel like emotional right now.
I've never seen you cry, Ivy.
No, I'm
so
just
strong all the
so
time. It takes a strong person to cry.
Like, it's kind of like overwhelming. This is an overwhelming feeling knowing that you get recognized like this. But I just want to say thank you, Jen. Oh my God, you're so sweet. I really appreciate it.
This is from the bottom of my heart. I mean, I told you this literally a month after meeting you. I wanted her to be nominated for the Daisy Award because in all my experience, I don't think I've ever met a charge nurse that would be willing to go in and do what it takes to make the patient completely comfortable. I mean, she literally is doing her job and she's helping others at the same time. So a lot of times she'll fall behind in her tasks. And of course, it's mostly clerical, but she will put her things to the side to jump in and help and then go back and accomplish what she needs to do. And that's selfless to me. I mean, I've never personally experienced any charge nurse doing that. So.
Well, we appreciate it. It's very nice of you. And I want to show the medal. It's right behind me. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Well, that's so nice.
You see that medal at all? Is it as close as we can get it?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah. So, well, I guess, everybody's
to,
not just me. Wow, look at that.
That's beautiful.
I
on
know,
the back
cool.
It says Nurse of the Month, February 29, 2020. Ivy, Christine Morga, RN, BSN, Kaiser, Permanente, San Diego, California, sponsored by Brett Davis at Brett Davis Unleashed, an IQ podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you
so
very
this
much.
is going to be, you're going to be on the First Responders Hall of Fame wall.
Wow.
Wow.
You're
Awesome.
You're in the Hall of Fame now as a first responder, and I want to thank you for everything that you've done, and very well deserved.
Thank you.
I'm so
make
happy.
Sure you get this with a few goodies too, but I can't tell you what the goodies are.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm so happy that she was finally recognized for her skills and her compassion.
Well, my dear, you deserve it too, not just me.
Well, we appreciate both of you. And Ivy, congratulations, and Jen, thank you so much for being on the show today. And thank you again so much, Ivy. And
thank you.
Thanks. And keep letting us know about all the wonderful things. If you know of any other nurses out there, please let us know, both of you. Okay.
Of course.
Or anybody in medical that you can think of. Thank you
How
both.
about
Okay.
ex-military like Jennifer?
Absolutely. We'll talk about that. Okay, thank you both of you for being on the show. And I want
You're
to
very welcome.
thank you, Jen. And I want to
Bye.
thank you, Ivy. I want to thank my sponsors, Attorney King, for being a major sponsor of the show, Indian Motorcycle of San Diego, and Cosmopolitan Restaurant and Hotel. Thanks to my sponsors and to everybody out there. God bless and have a good weekend.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank
God bless.
you. Bye.